Hello everyone, welcome to Puzzle Buster, Java Challenges Solved. Boy have I got a challenge for you today. This is video number 1 in a series in which we will be taking on the most interesting Java challenges and solving them together step by step. The name of today's challenge is String Splitter. The object of the challenge is, given a word of X length of characters, return the middle 3 characters. This is a lot trickier than it sounds, so how would you do something like this in Java? So imagine you have a list of words. We would start by having a loop function that would go through the list of words and evaluate word for word to see first if the word was longer than 3 characters long, next if the word was odd in length, and then finally using a trim function to trim out the middle 3 characters of the word. So, being a lot trickier than it sounds, let's go through this step by step to see if we can make this happen. I have here a class that I'm calling String Splitter, and in the class I have the main method. From the main method, I'm going to go ahead and call a split string function, which we'll define in a minute. Since the split string function is going to perform most of the work, I'm not going to pass through any parameters. And outside of the main method, I'll go ahead and declare it. Inside the split string function, I'm going to make an array of words with which we'll work, and we'll call this one words. We should make these words varying in length, some of them being 3 characters or less to make sure that the function is working as designed. So that should work. We have 9 words: aardvark, butterfly, centipede, dog, elephant, ferret, giraffe, hippo, and iguana. And so, moving on from here, we'll go ahead and make ourselves an empty string container that we'll use to load the 3 characters in when we return the results. And we'll call the string result. Don't forget to make that a string array, not a string. And now from here, we'll need to make a for loop, and the for loop will take each word in the list of words and evaluate one by one. So we'll say for each string that we'll call word inside the array words, do the following functions. So let's first make sure that our result container is emptied out every time, so we'll set it to empty quotes. And then we'll test the length of the word to make sure that it's greater than 3 characters long. And so if the length of the word is 3 characters or less, we're simply going to print out to the screen that it's 3 characters or less. And then we'll call it good at that. Then we'll add an else clause, because if it's not 3 characters or less, then it's actually something we can work with. So in the else clause, we're going to need to test the even or oddness of the length of the word. So we'll start by defining an integer we'll call x1, and we'll set that equal to the length of the word. Then we'll use an if function to see if it's even or odd. One way that you can do this is by dividing the length of the word by 2 and searching for any remainders. And the modulus function, the modulus math function in Java, actually returns any remainders of a division operation. And so if we take the length of the word and we divide it by 2 and using the modulus function search for any remainders, if there are no remainders, that means the word is even, in which case we can just print out to the screen that the word is even and call it good at that. So we'll test to see if x1 modulus 2, that is divided by 2 with any remainders, is equal to 0. So is it even? Does it have any remainders after dividing it by 0? And if it does, we'll print out that it's even. And then adding another else clause, because if it's not even, that implies that it's odd, we can get to work on extracting the middle three characters. So let's define three more integer variables. Let's define one called x2 that we're going to set equal to x1, which was the length of the word, minus 3. So we're going to extract 3 letters from the word. We're going to extract 3 from the length of the word. And that would imply that we would be left with the remaining number of characters. Then we're going to take a variable called x3. We're going to set that equal to those remaining characters divided by 2. That would be the characters in front of and the characters after the 3 characters we extracted. Then we'll do a fourth integer called x4, and we'll set that equal to whatever the original length of the word was minus whatever half of the remaining characters was, which we defined as being x3. Now using those, we're going to load to our resulting string, our result string. The substring function will help us trim away, and we're going to use x3 and x4 as the indices. And then we'll print out to the console the result. So if we've done this correctly, we have here aardvark length is even, there's the TER in butterfly, there's the TIP in centipede, dog is only 3 characters long, elephant is even, ferret is even, there's the RAF in giraffe, there's the IPP in hippo, and iguana is even. Alright, I would call this challenge busted. So, any questions or comments, message me down below. Otherwise, I hope this was challenging and informative, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Have a beautiful day.